Okay. Share screen. Okay. All right, guys. Welcome to week 11. How, like, seriously, we're just flying through this. We've got like 5 weeks left, or 6 weeks left after this because of that, the random one that I missed out on. But I'll do the normal, expanded look at the week ahead, because this week we have the Pisces full moon. And, I sort of think that this one's going to be a little bit more difficult for a few people than, full moons are, fairly, they can be difficult anyway. But this one is, the moon is conjunct Saturn and it's Pisces. So I think Saturn's going to be a little bit of a hard ass on people this week. So anyway, so looking at right now, all right, so tonight at 9:30, we've got the moon coming up to conjunct Pluto. All right, and then we've still really got that Sun opposition Saturn, being ruled, so the moon being ruled by Saturn in Pisces. You know, this really is I suppose there could be a crisis, an emotional crisis coming up. We could be feeling, some sort of trauma. I mean, even, Megs being as ill as you are, that's traumatic in itself, like not feeling great is shit. But I mean, that's got nothing to do with, the last, this one, the Sun opposition Saturn's more about the responsibilities, the evidence of your effort. All right. So, and, if you've been chugging along nicely, you can give yourself a pat on the back. And like I said, if you're not where you thought you would be, then it's time to just reassess and reroute your efforts. All right. So, I'm going to give everything a positive spin because it's me. So, now another one that I wanted to talk about was Mars moving into Libra. All right. For us, Aries and Scorpio and Virgos, thank you, Virgos now have Mars out of your sign. It is going to calm you down considerably. All right. Megs, I hope that with Mars moving out, that could even be one of the reasons why you gave in as well. Mars in Virgo was all about, you've got to do the thing, driving force, especially where health is concerned. You're like, no, I can do this. Mars moves into Libra and you're like, oh my God, just rest, recover, a little bit more willing to negotiate, a little bit more willing to lower the barriers so that you can, Mars is in a feminine sign now. So, taking a little bit of the testosterone out of it. So, anyway, that could have been one of the reasons why you finally gave in. But anyway, we have that. All right. What else have we got? All right. So moving on to tomorrow. Oh, sorry. I am very highly unorganized, guys. You just have to forgive me. Just have to forgive me. All right. All right. Oh, tomorrow. Uranus goes retrograde. Woo! All right. When does the moon move into Aquarius? That's got to be very soon. Oh, so okay. So 12:30. So tomorrow morning, early, the moon's going to move into Aquarius. So, we're going to be moving out of this, the moon moving into Aquarius gives us a little bit more of a, so rather than being entirely focused CEO workaholic, you might have a little bit more of a breath of fresh air. Let's see how we can do it different. And then the planet Uranus, which rules Aquarius in modern astrology, is going retrograde. So, this morning I was talking about, how can we transform these foundations of ours by doing something different, but then I was also saying, but we need to go back over the things that we've already done, achieved, and got to see if we can put a different spin on it somehow. So with Uranus going retrograde, you know, we're looking within, but it could also be, you know, just be careful. Oh, okay, what did I get just then? I got things like shingles, all right, because it's the nervous system and Taurus is our senses. Uranus moving within. I mean, I can't guarantee that in medical astrology they associate shingles with Uranus retrograde, but that's the message that I got. So just more like, you know, those type of illnesses where nervous tension causes physical ailments. So that type of thing. You know, examples, you know, especially with the sun being in Virgo, which also is a very, you know, nerve orientated, hormonally related type of thing. So just be careful, but you know, on a more evolutionary sort of level, you know, we're looking within to see how we can do things differently. Don't try to continue to do the same thing over and over again. It's not going to get you anywhere different than where you've already always been. Okay, so okay, so that was when it moves into Aquarius. Now I'm just going to skip Wednesday because not enough words on that page. I don't think that it's going to be all that exciting. I'm going to move forward to Thursday because this Pisces moon, full moon, is going to be Chunka Mahunka. All right. 7 degrees, 9 degrees, 8 degrees. 725. Oh, that'll do. 724 to 725. Okay, so look at that. All right, there's not actually that many aspects happening. All right, so moon opposition sun at 11:30 a.m. All right, so it's going to be a daytime full moon, guys. So be careful that you know, lunacy. All right, we all know about lunacy. So Thursday, watch out. Now, I wonder if people are gonna Pisces full moon, Pisces rules drugs and alcohol. I wonder if people are going to be that in their heads, stressing out, that they turn to their escapist tendencies. All right. Part of this as well with Mercury retrograde and being in Virgo, that inner critic, even though Mars has moved, fucking yay, we could still be giving ourselves a really, really hard time. So just remember that you don't have to escape. You just need to focus on the thoughts that you actually want. All right. So now Saturn in Pisces. You know, this is our subconscious realm. It is the old stories that we tell ourselves. We are currently in a phase where we are reassessing our lives, choosing the things that are good for us, and getting rid of the things that are not so great because they're not making us sparkle. All right. So how about, rather than doing, you know, like I said, if you've always, you know, if you're in the midst of addiction, I mean, obviously, you know, if you need professional help, then go get that. But if, you know, if you're just feeling like you just, oh, I'm just gonna, you know, whatever, I just want to escape in whatever way you normally do, try to remember that discipline comes from within. All right. So Saturn is in Pisces. You know, this is also making real our dreams. All right. So, you know, I just feel like this potentially could be messy. All right. Now we've also got that Chiron in conjunct Mercury retrograde. All right. So here's another one where we're going back over painful memories. Okay. So I just again and again, I'm just going to continue to say, I just want to give you the heads up. All right. So just watch it. All right. Just, you know, choose the good thoughts. Focus on the good things. If you know that you got a tendency to do it, then put up reminders. All right. Watch for your own red flags being flown. All right. Now, you know, Venus is opposition Hydrea there. She doesn't actually make any direct aspects until Friday. All right. So as you can see, these are separating aspects. So Mars is now in conjunct Saturn. There was a couple of days there where Mars and Venus were making no aspects, talking to no one, and that was really helpful for us to get some work done. You know, like, I mean, for myself over the weekend, I was able to, just focus on what I was doing, just be in my head in a positive mindset rather than potentially worrying about other things that were concerned with my heart or, whether I was moving enough, because Mars was just not really doing anything. I could sit on my ass all weekend and not feel bad about it. Okay, so that was the Thursday lunchtime. So just heads up, reinforce yourself, brace for impact, because it's the full moon in Pisces, and it's, I love Pisces, but it's just going to be a bit of a bitch. All right, so now it's actually the next Monday. Venus goes direct, so our next Monday's class is going to be interesting. So yeah, all right. So I will go forward one day. What was going on Friday? All right, so Friday we've got the moon moving into Aries. That's late in the night. We're still going to have we're still going to be feeling the wishy-washy feelings on Friday, so like I said, it's not until really late in the night where we pick up our the ability to reinforce ourselves in a much more direct manner. So just watch that your boundaries are still going to be a little bit dissipated this week. All right, and we've got the moon coming up to Neptune. So that's Friday night, another alcoholic type evening. All right, and I'm just saying alcohol because of the escapist tendencies. Insert your vice here, basically. All right, so Thursday, Friday, watch out. You're going to be massive suki la la vibes. So, all right, so that's Thursday, Friday. So Saturday, much more active, direct weekend. It's going to be good. All right. Now, Saturday morning, we are actually going to wake up and be like, oh my God, I've got this. All right. We're going to be able to start seeing the progress that we've made. If we have been able to create a boundary or understanding around our tendencies for the Thursday, Friday full moon and the Friday conjunct Neptune, then, Saturday you might wake up and be like, I did it. I have control and I can do this. All right. So the weekend's going to be much better than that, that middle bit of the week. All right. So that was Saturday. Now, Sunday, we've got the moon coming up. All right, let me just actually move it. All right, so we've got the moon. All right, so this is 11 a.m. But as you can see here, we're going to wake up with the moon coming up to conjunct Chiron. So, this is set for lunchtime. And as you can see there, we've got Chiron, moon, north node. All right, now, I just believe that with the Pisces full moon, when we come up to this moon coming up to conjunct Chiron, if we open our minds to allowing the universe to give us the understanding we desire, rather than going, I can't fucking handle this, we might, approach this Chiron with I now understand what I require to be the best individual I can be. Chiron in Aries, all right? So this lunchtime, when a moon moves past, the moon as a warrior is like, I survived those hits. I can keep going. I've got the strength. It's coming up to conjunct that north node later on. And I just think it's going to be a really powerful, self-reinforcing Sunday. All right. So like I said, even though I know it's going to be difficult, Thursday, Friday are going to be poignant, or they're going to be, I can't think of the right word. They will be a monumental is not the right word. Maybe a little bit less than monumental, but they will be, I can't think of the word. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. I'm doing enough hand gesticulation to get the point across. All right. So yeah, so Sunday we also have a square to Pluto later on in the evening. It's exact. So there's going to be some profound understandings coming up. So great weekend. again, just be nice to yourself, you know. Now this is going more into next week. We've got that Mercury retrograde coming up to conjunct the sun, so we're going to have a Mercury cazimi. All right, so the 13th of October we had that Venus cazimi. So on I can't see what day it is going to be. I haven't written it down. I'm sorry. Anyway, all the work we're doing at the moment, when that comes to a head, I'll actually do a little bit more on that one later. Sorry. Again, I don't have my notes. But so there's the expanded look at the week ahead. All right, I will stop my share and